I am very much looking forward to the next installment for Legend of Zelda. Whatever it may be, I'm locked in. I'm there, frame one. Don't care how it has to happen. Right? I'm there. I'm very excited for whatever they might be cooking up. And it's been, I think, a long enough time now to where we may hear something probably like next year or something. Maybe not. We'll see. Because it's only been about, like, now officially 2 years since Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm sure it's going to be another little while. Maybe another 2 years or so before the next major, like, 3D entry in the Zelda series, right? And I'm down for whatever they got cooking, right? But here's my thing. As much as I am looking forward to that next installment, and as much as I am even looking forward to being able to play through a bunch of previous Zelda titles, but in higher graphical quality, higher resolution and frame rate, there is definitely one thing that needs to change majorly from the next Zelda title. We need to get the hell out of Hyrule. We need out, man. This is a prison now, because think about it like this. 2017, we get our hands in Breath of the Wild, right? That's great. That's dandy. That's awesome. We love it, right? We're having our time there, you know, we're getting to explore this very open, newer version of Hyrule that we've never experienced before. And, you know, it's great, it's dandy, it's awesome, it's amazing. We love to see that, right? We're having a great time. It's one of the best-selling Zelda games of all time, if not the best-selling Zelda game of all time. And everybody's happy, you know? Breath of the Wild did what it needed to do. We experienced a Hyrule that we've never seen before, and that's great, that's dandy. We get a remake a couple of years later for Link's Awakening. Hey, that's great, you know, we're not in Hyrule, you know, but we're playing this remake of a game that we've known for quite some time now, you know, that's great, that's awesome, you know, this game is fun. I never got to play it until the remake, actually, so, you know, that was my first time experiencing it. That's awesome, that's dandy. 3 years later, we get our hands on Tears of the Kingdom. And we are back in the exact same Hyrule. The exact frame-by-frame Hyrule that we'd been in beforehand. Not frame-by-frame. That's obviously an exaggeration. Tears of the Kingdom did a good job on, like, or a decent job as it could have, on building upon the Hyrule that we already know. You know, they changed up a couple of things here and there for the base world, and then they added the sky realm and the depths and stuff like that. That's cool, that's dandy and all. Didn't change as much as a lot of people would have liked, but whatever, they did what they could with the time allotted, I guess. But we're back in Hyrule again. So that's fun. That's great. That's dandy. And then a year later, we're in Hyrule again. But this time, utilizing the engine from Link's Awakening for a brand new Zelda title featuring Zelda, who is now traversing Hyrule. Semi-familiar Hyrule. Not, obviously, it's not like the same Hyrule. It doesn't have the same map layout as, you know, every other 2D Zelda game. No, none of them do. And there's more stuff to do, obviously. But it's like, it's just save Hyrule again and again and again and again and again. I need out. I need out. Please, for the love of everything, it doesn't need to be a sequel or anything. This next Zelda title, the next major one, we need a Termina. Okay? We need a different world that is unfamiliar with the royalties of Zelda and with the knightlyhood of Link. You know, something that a world that is more unfamiliar with them. A world that needs saving from heroes they aren't expecting. Does that make sense? I think I love nothing more than when you have a situation in which, you know, a town, a city, a world, or whatever is in danger, and you know the character that got put there, teleported there, whatever already. You know them good and well. All of the surrounding people don't. They have no idea who this person is, right? And this person is just like, okay, well, you know, I'm semi-established as a hero, whatever, you know, the people know me, or my people know me, I know what I'm doing, this world don't know me, but this world is in danger, let me help them out. And you have people shocked and surprised, you know, that this person knows how to fight, knows what they're doing, and they can fight against this force of evil that's been terrorizing them for God knows how long, and they didn't even, you know, the enemy doesn't even know what to expect, you know. I love stories like that. Those are my favorites, right? That's why, like, shonen movies are my favorites, right? I love One Piece movies. I love Bleach movies, Dragon Ball movies, Naruto movies. I adore those movies because of it's literally that exact situation, and I eat it up every time, right? And that's kind of a similar situation to what I had with Majora's Mask my first time through, because my first time through going through the series, you know, I played things a little out of order, but, you know, Link in my head was already established as like something of a hero, right? Nobody in Termina knew who Link was, you know, so it was really cool to go around, get to know all these people that don't know Link and be able to, you know, fight against these different forces and things like that. It was really nice, you know. It was very different, felt very different. I want that again. I want a situation, an isekai situation, maybe. I need them to go somewhere that isn't Hyrule. I want a world that's unfamiliar, you know? I don't want to go into a world, I mean, maybe not now, you know, because we've already done it multiple times, you know? I want to go to a world and not know what to look forward to, not know what to expect, you know? These last two games, I've gone in and be like, okay, well, I wonder what this character is like in this situation. I wonder what this character's up to. I wonder what this race of people is up to. I wonder what, you know, I need a fresh start. I want to go in with less expectations than I already do when it comes to a Zelda game. And I'm not talking about, like, the quality of the game. The quality of the game is going to be phenomenal. There's absolutely no debating that, okay? I want to go into a situation in which my expectations are out the window because I don't even know where I am. I want to explore this place. I want to learn about these people, new races, a new foe that possibly isn't Ganon related at all. I think that's a fair ask. Right? Just because it's a major 3D title, it doesn't mean that it needs to be Ganon. Is there a 3D title besides Majora's Mask that didn't have Ganondorf as an antagonist? I guess I don't even know if Skyward Sword counts because that was the beginning of it all. Demise is still, he's Ganon. You know, like, we need new blood. And I feel like a lot of people can definitely agree with me on this. I think we need to get the hell out of Hyrule. For one game. It could even be a 2D game. I don't care. Just take us out of Hyrule. And while we're at it, if we could do that, then maybe we can have a situation in which Zelda is actually a partner of ours again. Right? We can actually have a situation in an actual genuine 3D Zelda game where we're in this new world with Link and Zelda together. Zelda's actively the one utilizing the magic, and, you know, she doesn't have any royal responsibility. She just wants to help this world as much as Link does, and so they fight alongside each other to help the realm, right? Because, you know, if we're in Hyrule, even if Zelda is around and present, you know, and again, this is excluding Echoes of Wisdom because, you know, Zelda had to take matters into her own hands. This is a very different situation. If we're in Hyrule, you know, and Zelda's alive and well and not kidnapped, she's tending to royal responsibility. She's not going to be with us, probably, likely, right? But in the case of, you know, a new situation, she needs to stick by her knight. She needs to stick by the, you know, the man, the guy that's been appointed to protect her. And maybe, you know, they'll get to know each other on the journey, learn a little bit about each other. They'll become closer friends, maybe even more. Who knows? And she'll want to back him up too, utilizing her magic that she's learning throughout her journey. We could finally have Zelda again as our, because we did have her as something of a partner in Spirit Tracks, right? I never played Spirit Tracks. I gotta go back one day. But we had her as a partner in Spirit Tracks. I want something like that again, where we could have our Zelda as our Navi, our Midna situation, you know? And I feel like that's kind of hard to do if we're still stuck in Hyrule. We don't need to be chained there. We can branch out a little bit. We can create new foes that we haven't seen before, that aren't Bokoblins or Gibdos and stuff that we've seen throughout the entirety of the franchise all the time. You know? Koroks. Like, I feel like we can put Link out of his element and make it interesting still. Right? That's not insane. Not at all. Or maybe it is. I don't know. But that's where I'm at with that. I think we need to leave Hyrule. I'm just sick. Maybe it's because it's the fatigue of going back to Hyrule in Tears of the Kingdom and it being mostly the same outside of obviously everything that happened with the upheaval and stuff like that. I need fresh blood. I need something new and different for this next one. I want them to just do something they haven't done before with the series again. Specifically with the map. But regardless of that, I think I've said my piece. I'm passing the mic over to you guys, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you agree that we need to leave Hyrule, that we've had way too many games set in the setting of Hyrule, and that we could definitely benefit from leaving and get some new stories, adventures, and characters and worlds to learn about? That could be really interesting. Or are you on the opposing side? It doesn't matter if we're in Hyrule as long as the game is good. It's, you know, it doesn't matter where it takes place. We could still make it work and it'll be totally fine even if we are in Hyrule for the 4th time in a row. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be skedaddle the clock. So I'm going to go ahead and do just that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.